A lonely scarecrow sat in the field. He had never had much company, besides a farmer or two, but nevertheless, he did his job. The birds went away, and that's all he needed. One chilly day, a man walked up to him. Why was the scarecrow given an award? Because he was outstanding in his field. I've heard that at least 1,000,000 times. Shit joke, honestly. Oh, okay. So, what are you here for? Just visiting. Thought I'd come here. What do you do anyway? I sit here and I scare the birds away. Sometimes they get past my trick and love me. But then the farmer shoots them dead. There's no point in them being here, really, anyway. Besides, I'm a talking scarecrow. I feel like I'd scare you, too, right? You know, oddly enough, I never considered you were a talking scarecrow. How do you work, anyway? Well, I sit and think about everything I know, which is nothing to you. I see some rumblings of particles I call yachts. Lots of these oddly acting, strange pieces of matter fall from the sky, overwhelming my thoughts. I sit there in the yacht and do nothing but think. What about you? Well, that's called a storm, and sounds like quite a pain. I live with my beautiful wife just outside the village. We have adopted 2 children and a dog. Sounds better than whatever the hell I'm doing here. Well, I mean, if you think, you always feel, right? So, it can't be too bad. Do you know how much I feel? No. I never bothered to ask because it seemed like too much or too little. Every day, I feel less and less. One day, I might feel nothing. I feel nothing every day. I wake up, do my chores, go back to slaving away in my workspace. I feel the life sucked out of me for this program I didn't even sign up for. Everything hurts. I don't want to die, but I don't want to live either. The AI that I'm training has started to communicate with me via blood. Different bubbles pop up between my veins, signaling messages. It feels like nothing now. Everything is so numbing. I'm the last living experiment within the first 10,000. Slaughtered bodies and blood-stained metal covers everything I touch. It hurts like static, picking up memories from Hypersenikov's hyper-nostalgia radiation experiment. I just want my family back. I want to go to the old cottage I had once adorned myself in. I miss my husband, my kids. I miss my dog, you ask. Well, his name is Gabriel. He's a lovely dog. Every time he sees a certain flower, he stares at me. I think he wants something out of them. Could you possibly bring him here? I've never seen a pet before. Tomorrow, I have to cook supper with my wife for the town when I get home. The sun's nearly halfway to sundown. See you tomorrow, friend. If everything works out, you'll see my friend too. So the 2 parted ways. The scarecrow waited patiently for hours, which were only milliseconds as far as he was concerned. The sun set and rose upon him. Hello? The scarecrow attempted to turn its head. Hello. A faint whimper from down below was heard. It was unlike anything he had heard before. I brought him here. He's a bit shy, so don't be too scary. The scarecrow thought about this bullshit sentence in his head. Don't be scary. It's my name, you fucking idiot. I won't. The man lifted the dog to show the scarecrow. Can you see him better? I can't see, but I can imagine. And being in the presence of life that isn't wheat or humans is nice. Keep him for a while. Just stay a bit longer. I don't care how long, just at least let him stay by my side. So I can feel nothing. All I feel is nothing every day. What's the point of it all? Every day I have a little chunk of my life promised to me taken away. I never consented to having my life depleted and ripped from me like this. If there does exist a God, he certainly does not approve the pursuit of happiness. I will have to do it myself. I'll find a way to kill this fucking robot even if I die trying. I don't know who's left. There's millions, maybe billions here. They must be saved. I'm scared for the day when it comes and I'm not needed. This project was bullshit to kill the lower class, wasn't it? Fuck this country, if that's even where we are. I don't know where I am in time or space. I feel lost. I feel lost. I feel lost. I lost count 8 years ago, or 9, or 10, or 8 hours ago. I don't know anymore. I feel less and less. I just need to feel happy again. The man let out a sad sigh. Listen, I get it. I was there too. But one day it'll all make sense. Don't worry. It's going to be okay. Days passed, and the man came and went. Sometimes his wife would come too. Sometimes the dog would just wander up, and sometimes one of the children would come to visit him and ask him questions. But he'd never answer them, as he didn't want to scare them. One day, the man came up to him, and the scarecrow could tell that something was wrong. Hey, Scarecrow. I've been feeling down lately. I don't know why, but it could be because of the conversations we're having. What? I'm sorry, but I have to go. But before I do, I have one last thing to do for you. Members of the village, city, and more came up to him. Maybe billions, maybe millions, maybe none, maybe thousands. But it seemed like thousands. Thousands gathered at this place advertised as Jimmy the Talking Scarecrow, $11 entry. What $11 meant, the Scarecrow didn't know. The farmer was held back by police officers, watching as people stampled over his crops and ruined his farm. Suddenly, they all started singing. It was so loud, like everything was getting blurry. He felt like he'd pass out or cry, but nothing could happen. His face stood silent through the million or so people opera. He felt like something bad was going to happen. Suddenly, through the darkness he had felt all this time, he saw light, so much light. He heard crying, screaming, melting, whining, pain, people begging for their children to be okay, people getting under shade to protect themselves, the slow burning of crops. He tried to listen to the man he once knew, but he couldn't hear it through the thousands of flames erupting throughout the field. Suddenly, everything went quiet and everything went light. The Scarecrow let out a single tear, not of sadness or happiness, but of something else. It was everything at once. It all hurt. He hurt. Everything burned. White streaks, almost like tentacles, burst across the sky, pulling itself towards Earth. This solar base that had once been a beautiful place for the less fortunate to go and live a happy life had become sentient, taking out everything and everyone. Everyone on Earth was dead, and he was the only one left. It felt as though he had lost a battle he never wanted to. He never consented to this. He never said he wanted this. He just wanted to feel happy. Not everything or nothing. All because this man had felt nothing. All he felt was nothing. In doing so, he made everyone feel everything. I have the power of Earth in my hands, slowly pulling it towards myself. I don't know how much longer I have left to live. I'm sorry. Life is a torturous cycle of feeling nothing and feeling everything. I can't handle it anymore. Everything's coming to an end. I thought everything would just go black when you die, but everything might just go white. And as the two fates collided, they felt only one thing coursing through their veins. They felt pain, suffering, happiness, sadness, anger, fear. And every day they felt more and more. And one day they will feel everything. And everything will be okay.